Adam. To those seeking power, it's the nectar of the gods. To those with a heart, it is nothing more than a temptation used to test their resolve. In a place called Rapture, those with Adam have power. But what makes Adam such a powerful currency in a place void of morals and controls of the masses? Let me lay it out for you.
No refund, no return!
In the world of Rapture, us as a player learn of Adam early in our journey throughout the original game. These little girls, known as Little Sisters, possess a special ability to smell and retrieve precious Adam from deceased corpses. But why is that? Before I dive into the question of how it is important, first let me explain what Adam is in the first place. While the exact date of Adam's creation is unknown, we do know that Brigid Tenenbaum discovered Adam from a sea slug that had bit a dock worker. This was no ordinary bite, however, as his once crippled hand became healed. In regular human fashion, we want more of something we deem powerful, whether it's for financial gain or power. So, by studying the sea slugs, it was then concluded that alone, they were not enough to produce the results for consumer production. Why would you want people to have powers? The real question here is, why not? I mean, you are in Rapture for a reason. But with further testing, it was found that Adam's potency could be raised by upwards of 30 times if the slug was attached into a host's stomach. This led to the production of Little Sisters, which I will cover in a later video. Much like any drug out there, once Adam was a sustained product, its demand swiftly outweighed its supply. This in turn led to people who became splicers, also known as Adam addicts. These people, much like those in the real world, would kill others in hopes of attaining more of the nectar from the gods. But what makes Adam so different than other drugs on the market? You see, Adam can be genetically manipulated to alter the human body. Much like it altered the dock worker's crippled hand, it can also go beyond just restoration. With genetic modification, the stem cells of the body can be simulated to produce abilities of different varieties, also known as plasmids. Think of Adam as an injection that gives your body instructions to produce a certain ability you would not have access to otherwise. Now, we all know with great power comes great responsibility. If one can manipulate their body in this manner, then of course excess use of Adam would turn something that was once constructive into something that is deemed destructive. Since healthy stem cells are replaced with unstable ones, to keep the unstable cells stable, you guessed it, more Adam is required. Much like an alcoholic who cannot function day to day unless they drink, Adam has the exact same effect when used habitually. When a user dependent on a drug or alcohol goes without it after having it for so long, withdrawal symptoms then happen. Thus, splicers are created and spend their days searching for their sanity, one could say. An interesting fact about Adam is also its capacity for memory storage. If the Adam is removed from one individual and is injected into another, the receiver can experience ghostly images of events that the other person had. This means Adam has the potential to overwrite existing memories, which is a two-sided blade. As in one manner, one could know things that they shouldn't, thus boosting their intelligence. But in the same manner, one could learn of something horrifying and destructive, which could then open them up for manipulation. Due to Andrew Ryan's beliefs in the original BioShock, there was no regulation of Adam, which led to the BioShock we as players experienced. This of course should have been no surprise, but when you have something on the market like this, well, anarchy is just bound to happen. In the original BioShock, we obtained Adam through Little Sisters by either saving them or destroying them. At the time of the game's release in 2007, this choice sparked some positive interest in players who had come to protect the Little Sisters much like their big daddies. In BioShock 2, more ways of obtaining Adam were introduced, such as adoption of a little sister to harvest Adam for you, or by killing a big sister. Throughout the game, we also get to see the actual sea slug referenced earlier in the video that we can obtain for a small source of Adam as well. But again, you may ask, but why? What makes Adam so unique as the highest form of currency in the BioShock universe? The beauty of Adam stems from the substance itself. We as the players are given opportunities to get our hands on some by either good choices or bad choices throughout the games. Much like the splicers we encountered, we too psychologically hunger for more Adam after experiencing our first shot of plasmid or powering up ourselves to become a force worth reckoning with. It is human nature to dominate, and Adam can provide us that ability to fulfill that desire. If you didn't catch the reference of the biblical characters, by the way, Adam and Eve, then I hope you did by now, as just like how Adam supplies us with power, and Eve is the fuel to that power, the fall of Rapture is just like the fall of humanity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in more BioShock content in the future, then feel free to subscribe or let me earn that subscription for you. But until then, I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one.